All right, let's talk about a movie that the more I heard and saw news about, the more I wanted to catch it, and that is Anaconda. This movie is so much fun. The story is pretty simple. It is about four friends who get back together and decide that they're going to make a reboot slash remake slash reimagining slash spiritual sequel to 1997's Anaconda, and while doing so, they encounter a lot of random situations that just ended up being they now are in the movie. They are living the movie instead of directing the movie and making that movie. And it is a phenomenally fun time and really is an entertaining watch. Story-wise, I'm giving this a hand grenade score because it's really easy to get in and just even if you miss part of it, you turn it like you can catch up to what is going on screen very easily, but not in the way that it is like explaining to you what's happening. It is just very easy to get into because it's just entertaining and it's a great time. I really enjoyed that story and I want to see more like it, but not necessarily it, if you know what I mean. I just want to see more of Tom Gormican writing and directing, but I'll get to that more later. Cinematically speaking, I loved this movie cinematically, and it was a great cinematic experience too. It was a fairly packed theater, and it had great moments of comedy, action, and just everything. Fantastic musical choices, score, and setting. My goodness, never in 1,000 years did I expect to be going to the cinemas back-to-back movies set in and heavily featuring Brazil and the Portuguese language. Like, Secret Agent was the last movie I saw in theaters, and then I saw this one, and they are both great to see the Portuguese language featured so front and center in a movie like this, especially since in most cases they're out of English speaking country. They always have all the characters speak in English with each other anyway, but this one was really dedicated to keeping that Portuguese in there, and I applaud them. I appreciate that. Hashtag not biased, but yeah, great time. Hand grenade score there because again, it's hilarious and it's a great time. It's a great watch and it's got fantastic music. So yeah, directing wise, I think it's really well paced and I really enjoy what Tom Gormican did with this film, and I just loved it. I had a blast and I cannot wait to rewatch it, honestly, because there are some of my friends did not catch this when we saw it, so I want to show it to them. But yeah, great time, really enjoyable. Hand grenade score for the directing as well. And now let's get to the best part, which is the acting. I think that this had an absolutely phenomenally stacked cast with like just so many amazing performances. Of course, we've got our two leads in Jack Black and Paul Rudd. They were phenomenal. Then we had Thandie Newton, whose name I can never pronounce, but she was also hilarious in it, and I was trying to remember why I knew her, and then when I finally looked her up, I'm like, oh, okay, that's why I knew her. Phenomenal performance there as well. Steve Zahn is probably one of the funniest characters in the film. He's either the funniest or the second funniest, and I haven't mentioned the funniest guy yet. I'm saving him for last because he was a standout. The next person up was Daniela Melchior. I never remember how to really pronounce her name because I've heard it way too many times said both ways, and I just don't know what to trust anymore. She was funny, and it was just really funny having her in some sequences where you're just like, she's like, why did I sign up for this? Like, her character in some scenes is like, I shouldn't have let this happen. And it was so funny seeing her interaction with those four friends. And the best character in the whole film was Celton Mello's Santiago. He was the best part of the film. And it gets even funnier when you think about how one of his last roles, like one of his most recent roles, was in the Best International Feature winning I'm Still Here. So he went from that like serious dramatic role to this comedy role, and it makes it so funny because he's a naturally comedic actor, and then he does that serious role, and then you're like, oh, he's starting to do more serious things, and then you see him in this, and you're like, yeah, he's still a funny guy, and he is probably my favorite part of the movie just because of how his character's interactions with the rest of them, not actually being part of the group, but feeling like he was part of the group the whole time anyway, is so good and so well done, and honestly. I'm not gonna spoil it, but there are so many great moments with this character, and a lot of the comedic moments do kind of spawn from what he does in the movie, and it's just a great time. He honestly great performances from those six. It's just phenomenal, and I love it. Hand grenade score easily. So expectations and experience. This was better than I expected, just because I wasn't expecting some of the certain things that happened in the film to happen, and then the way they happened, and then oh my god, it's so good. It's so much fun. I had a blast. I cannot wait to rewatch this. I'm giving this a hand grenade score. This much like Tom Gormican's last directorial outing. This surprised me. Not as much as the last one, but this one still surprised me, and I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to rewatch it and show it to some friends. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on Anaconda. If you've seen it or now you're planning on seeing it, subscribe if you haven't already, and other than that, I'll leave you guys to it. Till next time, bye.